Hi folks, welcome back to Car Rides, Jeep Rides with Rachel Beasley at That Fit Team. I am in Portsmouth, Virginia, specifically the Churchland area of Portsmouth. We are in Sterling Point. Sterling Point is one of my all-time favorite neighborhoods here in the Churchland, Portsmouth area. And it's a winding maze of beautiful streets and beautiful homes. You have anything from like 1,300 square foot ranch brick homes are littered throughout the community, and then you're going to have homes up to 5,000 square feet on the Elizabeth River waterfront. So houses range in price here about $199 up to that like $1.1 million homes, depending on the location, if they're waterfront, and the size, of course. Believe it or not, I mean, this neighborhood was basically established in the early 30s and 40s, and just developed over time through then. So you actually have homes built here in like the early 2000s. There's a few new construction homes here that were built in the last few years, but it's pretty much built out now. The only way to get new construction in here now would be to, buy a home that just needs to be completely renovated, or you could tear it down and build new. The neighborhood has a lot of actually natural lakes. Those natural lakes were created from the creekways and adding streets and roads, and the lakes they feed in and out to Elizabeth River. So it's kind of cool. So you have a lot of waterfront properties that aren't quite on the Elizabeth River throughout the neighborhood, which makes it really, really cool. Mostly brick in this community, and people take really, really good care and pride of their homes here. It's definitely a family community. You're gonna have younger families here, and you're gonna have retirees here that have probably lived here for the last 20 or 30 years and raised their kids. Super fun. Hey, check this out. We've got one of those cute little like library, take a book. People have these throughout the community, and it's so cute. Like, it really is a tight-knit community. It's a great place to live. Like I said, very, very kid-friendly, family-friendly, and the people here are gonna look out for each other. Our senior citizens that live in here, you've got families that know them well and love them and trust them, and they wanna take care of them. You'll see people taking care of each other's yards, pulling each other's trash cans out if someone's out of town. It's just that kind of people that live back here. Another thing that I love about this place is you've got big, huge pine trees throughout, oak trees throughout, a lot of Virginia native trees here, because this was all just forest farmland before the community was established. Brady style houses, those split level, tri-level homes where you feel like you're watching the Brady Bunch. And then you've got some colonial homes that feel very grand and colonial style. And then you're gonna have some crazy, beautiful modern homes as well. So very eclectic community. Beautiful, lots of trees, lots of nature. You can walk around, put your boat out. Deep water access over here. So deep water that goes straight out to the Elizabeth River, that goes out to the mouth of the James and the Bay. So what is this neighborhood close to? This neighborhood is right off of High Street in Portsmouth. High Street literally runs from downtown Portsmouth all the way through Portsmouth up into Chesapeake, and then through Suffolk, it becomes Bridge Road, through Carrollton Isle of Wight, where it becomes Carrollton Boulevard and takes you to the James River Bridge. So you've got a lot of different points that you can get to from this neighborhood. Very, very easy access. It is 2 minutes to 164 interstate, which will take you to 664 to Suffolk, Chesapeake, Newport News, Hampton. And then if you go the other way on 164, you're getting to downtown Portsmouth. You can get to the downtown tunnel or the midtown tunnel very, very easily. Lots of shopping within very close proximity. The shopping areas that you're gonna go to would be the Northeast Suffolk College Drive area, where you have pretty much anything you could possibly think of that you would want, and a bunch of chains and locally owned restaurants. And then if you go the other direction, like towards Western Branch, you've got the Chesapeake Square. Chesapeake Square is gonna have also everything that you need, and they're getting ready to tear it down soon and build an actual like modern town center, which would be amazing and make property values go up, which everyone is looking forward to. Property values here in this neighborhood have increased as well. Now, the downside of Portsmouth, it does have a few things that you need to know about. One, the city of Portsmouth has pretty high real estate tax. It's higher than most of the cities here in Hampton Roads. So it's the smallest city, but it has the highest real estate tax. So, and a lot of people will voice concerns about crime rates in Portsmouth. There are a few pockets of Portsmouth you definitely need to be aware of. The Churchland area is not one that you should be concerned about. Churchland is a beautiful area of Portsmouth, very low, very, very low crime rate. And so that is something to take in consideration if you're thinking about moving here. Really close to the Coast Guard base. Actually, the Coast Guard base is in Churchland, just so you know. Also to the Portsmouth Naval Hospital, like an 8-minute drive. So you've got a lot of military areas that are really close to here. So that makes this Churchland area of Portsmouth very, very appealing to somebody in the military because of that. Houses stay on the market. So market time for homes in Portsmouth is a little bit longer than, let's say, Virginia Beach or Chesapeake. But they're not unreal or unheard of. You might see a market time in Virginia Beach or Chesapeake in that 15 to 45 day range, where in Portsmouth, it's gonna be more like 30 to 60 days. So we're not talking like a crazy difference, but it is something to make note of. Property values do hold their value here. In fact, Jonathan and I sold our home in Churchland 3 years ago. We lived there for 7 years, and I think we profited about 11%. So in 7 years, 11% property increase and profit is pretty darn good, you guys. One thing I love about the city of Portsmouth is it really is, if you look on a map, it is in the heart of Hampton Roads. I grew up in Portsmouth, so living here I know firsthand, you are 20-25 minutes to Virginia Beach. You're a 10-minute drive to downtown Norfolk. You're 8 to 10 minutes to Suffolk, Western Branch, even the peninsula. So like 15 minutes to Hampton, Newport News side. You really do is a very convenient travel-wise area to live. Now, you do have to consider the tunnels. So if you're gonna travel to Virginia Beach or Norfolk, you've got the downtown tunnel, the midtown tunnel, and if those are backed up, you can take the Jordan Bridge. Or you can go all the way around and do the high-rise bridge on 64. If you are going to go to the peninsula, which is Hampton, Newport News, Poquoson, York County, Williamsburg, you're going to take that Monitor Merrimack or the James River Bridge. So pretty much anywhere you travel from Portsmouth, except for Chesapeake and Suffolk and Isle of Wight, you're gonna have to go over a bridge or a tunnel. So that is something to consider. If you have like a bridge or tunnel phobia, that this is not gonna be the spot for you. Portsmouth has a lot of beautiful churches, a lot of history, a lot of really good families that live here, really easy access to shopping and restaurants. I would suggest living. Personally, myself lived here. I grew up in Portsmouth. Jonathan and I bought our first family home in Portsmouth. We've owned 3 homes that we've lived in here. I have a special love for Portsmouth in my heart, but this Sterling Point in Portsmouth, zip code here is 23703. Awesome place to live. Check out the schools, greatschools.org. You'll definitely want to consider those, but there are probably 10 private schools in the city of Portsmouth itself that are also really, really good options for you. So that's all I got for today. Sterling Point, Portsmouth, Virginia, that Churchland area 23703. If you have any questions about this community or the surrounding communities in Churchland and Portsmouth, please hit me up and let me know you're talking to an actual local and I could answer any question that you have. Awesome place to be. Rachel and Jonathan Beasley here with That Fit Team. We are professionals in real estate and passionate about people. I will see you next time for Driving Another Neighborhood. Bye.